Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome to my channel. First of all, sorry for my voice today. I woke up like 2 days ago and it's just completely gone. I feel like every time I vlog now there's something wrong with me. Allergic to my dog or getting sick, I don't even know. But voice is gone, sorry. Usually I just wouldn't film a video and would skip a week, but today is it's not only kind of, it is it is an important video. Today is October 2nd, 2019. If you guys are new to my channel, you probably don't know this, but today marks 1 year since a search and rescue crew found my mom's body in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. She was missing for a week and they found her body in the woods on Tuesday, October 2nd of 2018. I did a whole series of videos on my channel. That's kind of what my channel is now known for, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. But if you happen to miss that and you just happen to be stumbling over this video randomly, I will link the playlist up here. I already need water. So today marks a year since they found her body, but it marks a week and a year since she actually went missing. More than that, since the last time I saw her. I have had, over the past week, people reach out to me and let me know they're thinking about me. I've had people from the search and rescue crew reach out to me. That honestly meant the world to me, that it impacted their life enough that they do this search and rescue for people all of the time, and my story with my mom influenced them enough to remember to reach out to me during this week and let me know that they're thinking about me. That honestly just means the world. But I know a lot of people just don't want to reach out. They don't want to bother me. They don't want to make me think about everything. But people are curious, and I cried with you guys. I shared my whole heart with you guys. I think one of the videos in the playlist has like over 300,000 views, and I had to disable comments because people just got rude and mean and were saying a bunch of uncalled for things. But the majority of the comments that I did have with that were very kind. You know, there were a lot of people reaching out and saying that their parent, spouse, son, daughter, loved one, aunt, uncle, whoever had also recently died, and it meant a lot to hear my story because they could kind of relate to losing someone, and it was just nice to see someone go through that pain also, to make them feel not as alone. And so now that it's been a year, I just kind of wanted to sit down and give an update because a lot has changed in the past year. So my story left off, hang on. Sorry, my aunt called. Someone sent me flowers, David and I flowers this morning, and then my sister texted me and said she got flowers this morning. And then my aunt just called and asked me if I got flowers because she got flowers and my grandma got flowers, but none of the flowers have been signed. They just said, we remember. So I think we know who sent them, but not entirely. But that was so nice of them. It made my day. But anyway. But yeah, so a lot has changed over the past year. And if you don't keep up with my weekly videos, I do a video every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. If you don't keep up with that, you don't really know what's going on in my life. And I know a lot of people click on my mom's playlist on my channel. You know, they just watch the story and then that's it. And so I thought it would be good to kind of do a video to like recap what's happened over the past year. So the last video ended with, other than the funeral flowers video, ended with me talking about how I had to move out of my mom's house and sell her car. Not sell, but give back her car, and how a lot of that was very hard for me. I did end up moving back into my dad's house with my dad and brother, but shortly after that, David and I ended up buying a house together, so we now have a new house. It was very exciting. We looked and then finally we found one, and it's perfect. We love it. It has been such a blessing to live here, and you know, it's just awesome. I love our house and I love that we now have it. Another thing that happened was that I had to drop out of school temporarily at the time. Since then I did go back and say that I did not want my spot back. I did not want to continue on with the program. I am pursuing my full-time photography career. That has been incredibly hard. I rebranded my business and I'm now an LLC. It has been so hard to make it work as like a one-woman show, but it has been the biggest blessing to make my own schedule, to work with all the incredible clients I get to work with, to do what I love, and it's made the world a difference. So that is awesome now. Another big update is that I recently paid off all of my student loans. That was one of my mom's biggest worries for all of her kids, was our student loan debt and being able to pay it off and not living a life like she lived, of working like all of the worst jobs just to make ends meet. She wanted us to have a degree and to be able to pay off all of our debt with that degree. I got my undergraduate degree and then started graduate school, racked up debt from all of them, and finally paid them off. So that was a huge accomplishment, and I'm very, very happy I was able to do that. David and I also went off to the mountains and eloped. I don't think you can see it in this, but I have one of the pictures hanging up back there. We had an incredible day of just the two of us saying our vows on top of a mountain together, and we're still planning our like traditional wedding day for this coming January, so that's coming up in like 90 something days, which is crazy. But that has been fun to be able to go through that planning process and being on the other end of the wedding industry instead of being a wedding photographer, now being a bride. It has been a lot of fun to do that. For those of you who watched me before my mom's videos came out, which if you did, you were the real MVP. I had like 400 subscribers back in the day, and it was such a tight-knit little family I had. Hang on, buddy, where are you going? Okay, sit. A tight-knit little bunch. I used to only be a travel channel for YouTube and only share my adventures traveling. So a recap, in the past year I've gone to celebrate New Year's Eve in Costa Rica. You better not pee. I went to the Bahamas with some of my family members. David and I flew out to Washington for our elopement. Sorry, I think he's about to pee. I really do. I went and ran the Disney half marathon with my dad last year. My friend and I randomly took a road trip to Canada. I completely grew my YouTube channel. I am almost at 10,000 subscribers. People keep dropping off and ditching the party, so it's taken a lot longer to get there than I originally thought, but hopefully soon. I also got my first paycheck from YouTube, which was awesome. I would love to make YouTube more of like a bigger income than I currently do, and it's awesome that I'm completely on that path right now, and that used to just be something that I thought would be like way off in the distance, a dream for way when. Another update, since he's driving me nuts right now, we adopted a little puppy. This is Finn. I had a bunch of videos on my channel with him already. One of the next ones I have coming out is that we had to take him to the emergency animal hospital this past weekend. So it hasn't been all butterflies and sunshine with him, but we love him. He's the best little blessing. I would say I still suffer from a lot of like PTSD and stuff with everything that happened to my mom, and having him to just like hang out with me and be there when it gets dark outside and I'm home alone or stuff like that. He really helps me step out of my comfort zone, make me feel better. He has to go potty. He's a puppy, so he has to go potty literally every like 20 minutes. And so he's making me step out of my comfort zone and take him out into the dark yard to go potty, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but last year at this time I wouldn't have gone out. I would have hated that. I would have sat on the floor and just like locked myself up. And so I really, really love him. He's been the best little blessing. Over the past year I've also gotten really, really, really close with my family. I think family is literally everything. I thought people were crazy when they said that before, but they have honestly been the people who have had my back like more times than one over the past year. Now that I have my own house and I'm not in school, it's harder for me to find things in common with a lot of my friends. And so hanging out with my aunts and my grandma, my cousins and stuff has just been like so nice, because they understand, you know, who I am, where I came from, and all of that. And it's just nice to have them close by or a phone call away. Another not so fun thing is that someone T-boned me the other day and possibly totaled my car. That's going to be a video coming out here in a few weeks. Also, I just have to get my voice back so I can film more and wait for answers for everything coming with that. But I would say overall, within the past year, life has gotten better. People ask me how I got over this so fast. I didn't. I just don't put out videos of me crying to the internet anymore. It still happens. A lot of people ask me if I could go back, would I? A lot of people, when a loved one dies, their life doesn't really change. A lot of times they don't live with them. They have their own routine. They don't see them every day. Yes, maybe they talk to them every day, but it's not like they, have a routine that involves them every single day. With my mom, I lived with her. I was the only one of her kids that lived with her. She still made me dinner every night. She still did my laundry. I was going to school literally full time. I spent so much time at school, but I would still come home every day and be able to hang out with her and see her and everything like that. Just talk to her all the time. Basically my whole way, getting off of school, on my way home, talk to her, then would see her at home and stuff. And a lot of people don't understand that, like, I can't even imagine what my life would be like now, because if my mom hadn't gone on that vacation, hadn't gotten lost, hadn't died, I wouldn't have this house. I wouldn't have my dog. I wouldn't have my new rebranded business. I wouldn't be full time. I would still be in school. I would still be living with her. I wouldn't have gone off and eloped. I wouldn't have done a lot of the things that I did. I wouldn't be in the same place that I am. And my life literally just changed in an instant. A lot of people's lives basically stayed the same. They kept the same job. They went to the same places. They did the same things. They lived in the same house. The only thing that really changed is that they couldn't talk to her every day. My life literally did a whole transformation. Nothing really is the same. I'm still engaged / married, whatever you want to call it. All of that, but a lot of things just completely changed for me. And so I can't even imagine, yes, I miss her. Yes, I would love her to be a part of my life. Are you tired? And see my house. People come over and they're like, wow, your mom would love this. I'm like, well, I can't even imagine her here, because this was never a place that she was, never a place that she saw, never I don't even know if that makes sense, but that's a lot of how I feel about it. I can't say, do I want her back? Yes. Do I want that life I had back? Not necessarily, because my life has changed so much, and I think it's changed for the better. So, gosh, I've been talking for a long time. I think another question that I'm asked pretty often by people who YouTube, my mom died. That's how a lot of people find my videos. And then they message me on Instagram and ask how they can start moving in the right direction to change their life. And I think one of my biggest things is give yourself a solid week or two to just do nothing. Be sad, cry your eyes out, just let yourself be sad. A lot of people tell you, you need to eat. Well, if you're not hungry, I didn't eat. You don't have to eat. You'll eat when you need to. Your body just focuses on other things. It is what it is. Give yourself that time. Not 3 months to just sit there and do nothing, but a week or two. And then you need to get yourself back moving and grooving, because you need to accomplish things and, make that person proud. And so I think one of the biggest things that got me out of the rut was that I needed to move ASAP. They were telling me I needed to move out of my house in less than a month, and I needed to get myself together. So immediately started packing, focused on moving back in with my dad. Then it was immediately focusing on, okay, well, I still need to make money. I'm not going back to school, so I either need to make this business work or I need to start applying for jobs. Threw myself into business. Then I was like, all right, wedding is coming up soon. I need to start getting on that, because, hang on, you're gonna pee on my carpet. I know you, I'm almost done. I threw myself back into my business. I threw myself into planning for my wedding. I know that people and vendors book up, and that was something I wanted to just have done, were all my vendors. Then I threw myself into looking for a house for David and I to buy, and things just kind of took off from there. I kept looking forward to things and planning things and all of that, just because that was something to keep me distracted and to keep me moving, and I needed that. Other than all of that, I don't think I have anything else to say for this video, so I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, you can feel free to leave a comment down below. This isn't as crazily titled as some of my others, so I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of crazies reaching out to me after this one, so I'll probably keep the comments on. If it gets overwhelming for me, I'll turn them off, but it is what it is, sorry. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are recently dealing with like a parent or a loved one or your mom passing away, just know that it does get better. Time, I want to say time heals things, but like time just makes it more real, and it'll help you accept it long term, I guess. Like it feels like a lifetime has passed because so much has changed and I basically have a new life now, but it also feels like it was just yesterday that we were in the Smoky Mountains. We were looking for her just yesterday, that I was driving home from school and would get, you know, Chinese with her. You know, it's just crazy. Time is a crazy thing. But I need to take him outside, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna say bye. Bye-bye. 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 You're so good. You're so good.